Greetings. I'm Kargasha Poet. That's not my real name. That's what people call me in the circle of poetry. I am actually taking action. It seems that Closer to the Edgy has gotten behind on their reads, not keeping up with things on the hashtags. So I'm helping to make this better. I'm going to read a few today. Because there's one thing you should know about me. I like them wild, with very thick glasses. If that makes any sense to you, as it should. I'd imagine you do know what I'm talking about, because you like poetry like I would guess. You know, I first realized I was a poet when I found a tear stuck in my eye. I was a small boy. I could barely even open my eyes. And from then on, I knew I was a poet. This first one is Silly Poems. A lovely poet. She does things in pink. This one isn't. It's in pink. It's a pastel. It's very welcoming. It's like a doormat that's a blanket. And if you want, you can pick that doormat up and wear it as a shawl. Then it's clean, because that's Silly Poems. Very beautiful. These words were raised in a broken home. The neighborhood called them illegitimate, yearning to be cradled in accepting arms. They lost their true identity in all of this toil. These words were raised in a broken home. The kids in the park called them cowardly, desperate to get invited to all the games. All the games. They lost their meaning chasing forgery. Why they dwell on insecurities. My goodness. If God were one of us, I guess he would punch me in the eye if he heard me read that. Let me read it one more time. I'm going to. Please pay attention. These words were raised in a broken home. The neighborhood called them illegitimate, yearning to be cradled in accepting arms. They lost their true identity in all this toil. These words were raised in a broken home. The kids in the park called them cowardly, desperate to get invited to all their games. They lost their meaning chasing forgery. Why they dwell on insecurities. Now, if God had punched me in the face, I think he'd take it back now, because I knocked that one into the universe. Thank you, Silly Poems. You're very talented, and when I read this, it makes me think of being outside the circle and wanting to be inside the circle. And these things we have to deal with as humans all the time. And without them, we would not be poets. So, Silly Poems, thank you. This next one is by Jennifer.Lynn_poetry. She is a very talented writer, very dynamic, and this is one of two. It's like a face. It's like a face that is night and sun. I'm going to read the sunny side, because here, the horizon is nothing but a glimpse of every story swallowed whole before it was told. Now I want to reach down the esophagus and pull the story back up. The monsters are under my bed. They aren't real, is what you said. The thought of them gives me a fright. It doesn't matter if you are wrong or right. Another night is a storm so loud. Rain cries hard from the clouds. Fear from hearing the thunder and lightning. The boom from the thunder is mighty frightening. Both times I scramble with thoughts of what to do, so I tiptoe into your room to be with you. I need you, Dad, to keep me safe and warm, and banish fears of monsters and storms. That one has all the fills. It's a real deal of fills, per se, if you'd like to. My mind goes places, and it's so hard to pack for a vacation like these, because it's in the mind. God, I love poetry. Next up, we have Sonnet King. Sonnet King, he is, how do I say it? Apocalyptic. This word has been rolling around my head for a decade. I need to go to the bowling alley and give it back to the pinball machine who lost it. Sonnet King. What lies beneath? Never be fooled by my seeming serenity. I'm like the opposite of the raging ocean. Still on the surface, yet what lies beneath? Something of a tumultuous mystery. Never giving away how I'm truly feeling. So that secrecy I have an unerring devotion, an illusion created in response to the betrayal from others experienced in my history. Really, I should warn you of my undercurrents, of the creatures that dwell below. But instead I'll let you unwittingly traverse my seemingly still waters. 'Cause it's better that way. Makes me feel so much more secure that you'll never know. The pain I feel, the agony that I suppress, so sad that you'll never truly know me the way that you ought to. Sonnet King, how do I say this? May the pretty desert flowers give you unlimited solar power. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to say. I feel like that was perfect timing, too. Sonnet King. The wild in me honors the wild in you. Know this. Next, it's a person who I've met through the internet, through the wires, through the sky. All of the things that are the internet, this modern world we're living in, makes it so I can know Sharon Andrews. SHANDREWS, If you were confused at all, that last word is poetry. Now, you pushed my mind to imagine a planet where rainbows are known to catch fire, Sharon. True story. I would not lie to you. She is a poet, a wife, and a mother experimenting with words and emotions. Insomnia came knocking at my door last night. He said, I'm looking for a bride. Can I make you my wife? I gave his request considerable thought and then politely declined. It is charming, neighbor sleep, has been lately on my mind. I crave sleep's attentions, and though I am no whore, I find I want to lay with him, nightly more and more. But insomnia was persistent. In truth, he made me weak, and we tossed and turned together and twisted up in the sheets. This morning I am tired, and not a little weeful, for I have given in to him. Once again, I am unfaithful. That last line is actually once again unfaithful. Unfaithful, but it's good to be in sheets. That's what I've always said, is if today I watched the news for 5 minutes and felt inspired to write a nonsense poem. This is the same. It's the very same with you, Sharon. I love this, thank you. I don't know if this story is real, but I know that the fields come down from the sky and they touch us. This next one is by Mama Shakespeare. That's MAMASSHAKESPEARE. And this is Humor Me. Wisteria hangs like thoughts in my brain. Mysterious pains repeatedly call me insane. But I'm here, right here. I know just where I stand. And you're saying I'm a little weird. Well, aren't we all? Come on, man. What a way to finish. I now have to go and chase a rainbow. There are clouds in the sky and there is sun. Again, the wild in me honors the wild in you. Namaste, baby.